It's the final.
To get to this stage now is going to be the biggest day of my life.
We're looking for a great amateur cook who can make it as a professional.
Someone who can turn out exceptional food.
I'm going to do my utmost to walk away with that title.
This is one tough competition.
I cannot believe I'm here, but now that I am, you know, I'm going to definitely try and go all the way.
Whoever wins, it'll change their life. Cooking doesn't get tougher than this.
These 3 people are the best amateur cooks in the country.
3 contestants, an amazing journey, and right now, this is it, crunch time.
They have given their all to get here, and at the end of tonight, one of them will be crowned MasterChef Champion.
The closer we get to the end, and now we're on the doorstep, it's going to be harsh to come away without anything but a first place.
Being here in the final of MasterChef just means the world to me. I cannot believe I'm here. I'm just going to keep trying harder and harder. And who knows, maybe I could win.
This is the last hurdle of a very long race. If I can just give this one more big burst, I'm going to win it.
They now face 3 final tests. First, they're back to where they started, creating one perfect dish from a mystery box of ingredients.
I'm fairly frightened to say anything as I cry.
It's gobsmackingly outstanding.
Then they will travel to France to prove they can make the grade at the pinnacle of culinary perfection, 3-star Michelin restaurants.
Guests are coming from all around the world to taste this.
We have to be quicker.
This is a wee bit terrifying.
Finally, they will put everything they've learnt into their own 3 sublime courses.
Women fall in love with men who make puddings like that. You could happily just stick your head in.
There is no room for mistakes, because tonight, either James, Emily or Johnny will be crowned MasterChef Champion. Belfast-born single dad Johnny is determined to start a new life and open his own restaurant.
Hello, how are you? You miss me? Hello.
When I entered MasterChef, it was to see if I could succeed as a cook.
You get some plates out, you know where they are.
Once I got to the quarter-final stage, I really had this dream about what I wanted to do, and that's to have a big, busy brasserie somewhere in Belfast. People come back week after week and just enjoy good food.
From the start, Johnny stood out with his no-nonsense approach to classic, robust cooking.
The guy actually delivered a really tasty plate of food.
Absolutely delicious.
I'm chuffed to bits.
The execution is superb. There is no doubt about it.
I have to applaud you on your work. You've done an outstanding job.
But his main weakness has been a lack of attention to detail.
Fire extinguisher, we need a fire extinguisher.
I'm going to be about 5 or 6 minutes late.
I don't think we're going to be 5 minutes late. I think you're going to be on the ball.
It's been a tough few weeks, but the things I've done in this competition, just could never imagine what I could have achieved. I've started off as a very basic and rustic cook, and I think I've learned so much. It's been quite remarkable.
I'm so pleased. It's not Johnny at all.
Your food is fantastic. I love Johnny's style of food. I love what he's into. I see completely eye to eye with him. I just need to know that he's comfortable with it and he can serve it on a consistent basis.
At the minute, this is the most important thing in my life. It's as big as it can get for me. To get to that final podium place would mean absolutely everything. I've given up a lot, but I now believe that I've got the ability to go on and win it.
At only 18, from the village of Lyne in Surrey, Emily is the youngest ever MasterChef finalist. She's won a place at Oxford University, but her passion for cooking could change the course of her life.
I'm 18. I never thought I'd even get past the first round. So this is just still a complete surreal dream for me.
From the moment she walked through the MasterChef doors, Emily's unique creative style made a huge impact.
Pudding, we've got a rhubarb soup with crystallised rose petals.
Where on earth is this coming from? I think your food for me and you as a cook, you're inspiring.
But this unique culinary vision has split opinion.
I think her food is bordering on madness.
I think it looks like an advert for a garden centre. I'd rather barbecue my own tongue than eat it.
I'm shaking because I think she's awesome. Oh, wow.
It is a very, very difficult thing to do.
Emily has exceeded my expectations by some considerable distance.
Food is art, and art can evoke so many different emotions, and so can food. For me, it's just always been kind of like about the creative process.
However, Emily's lack of experience meant she often struggled.
I was worried, and I'm still worried now, so I'm now going to come in and give you a hand.
The competition has been really tough, and the pressure has been sort of like piled on. It's been a huge learning curve.
You okay?
Yeah, just a spoke. My mum is pretty amazed, and she said to me, imagine how many of your friends, if they were in that same situation, would be able to cope with that. So she's pretty proud, yeah. It's a real journey of discovery, and I'm really discovering how much I love doing this. It now means a lot more to me than I ever really thought it could. It's really important.
After years working as a barrister, Bristol-based James decided to completely change the direction of his life.
I've always wanted to be a chef. Working as a lawyer didn't satisfy me. I just wanted to cook. And when I realised that that's all I wanted to do, I just gave up work and here we are.
From his first day, James's passion for cooking and technical ability amazed the judges.
Enormous amount of work you've gone through. Superb.
Thank you, Joe.
The cleverest thing about the pudding is the contrast in textures. Good pud.
You cannot deny that James's food is brilliant.
But at times, James's nerves undermined him,
It's doing my head in.
causing mistakes which were hard to recover from.
Just totally savaged them. Totally savaged them.
The night we cooked at the Dorchester, I just had a terrible day. I am very hard on myself. I have high standards, and I think I want to continue to have high standards. I just don't want to be quite so hard on myself, I think, in the future. Cooking just gives me excitement. That satisfaction of enjoying your job and enjoying your work is so important to me, and that's what all this is about, making a life change. It's brilliant.
Just like to say one thing, James. Give up your day job, because that was sensational. Absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We've seen him produce fantastic, brilliant food, and we've also seen him lose his way. Can he carry on? Sometimes I think he's his own worst enemy.
I didn't think I had what it takes to get to these last stages. I'm so pleased that I've got this far. I mean, it's one of the greatest achievements of my life. And I've done, you know, lots of good things, but this one is the crowning glory for me. It's awesome.
This, of course, is the invention test, what you first walked in at. We need to see progression. Which of you really can hack it in the professional world?
You need to prepare for us one plate of food. One beautiful, coherent, skillful, professional plate of food.
A plate of food that you would send out of your own restaurant kitchen.
Ladies and gentlemen, 50 minutes. Let's cook.
They now have to design a dish out of a selection of ingredients, including chicken, prawns, duck breast, scallops, seabream, red currants, bacon, and a selection of herbs, fruit and vegetables.
What is your fear about the way we perceive your food and you as a cook?
I actually find you've got poker faces, and I really can't read you. I just don't know what you think, and I genuinely haven't no idea.
Can you just look around the room very, very quickly for me? How many other people are there in the room?
There's 2 of them there.
Right, so you're 3, you're the 3rd one.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to ask you again, how do you think we really perceive you?
I think you probably think I'm all right as a cook. I've been working so hard for this, and I'm so scared of doing anything to jeopardise that. It's such a part of my life that there's not a lot outside it now. I mean, it's just absolutely everything.
15 minutes have gone already.
This competition is beyond tough at the moment. Beyond anything that I've ever sort of experienced before. And I've just done A-level. I think to win the title, it's going to take just, like, everything I have.
We know you're an inventive cook. You've had an extraordinary journey.
I think the most extraordinary part is just how much I'm learning. That I can apply the creative process to food and still make something that's really, really yummy at the end of the day.
Are you trying to be inventive now, or are you drawing on any classic lessons that you've learned?
I'm kind of being inventive.
You have 15 minutes left.
The emotions are right up there. The passion is right up there. Everything's there to win this.
How do you think we perceive you and your food?
I think you perceive me as a good cook who can put good stuff out on the plate and knows what customers want. If you see the same dish as what I did in the 2nd round, I can pack my bags pretty much right now. But what I'm looking to show is how much I have come on from being someone who just cooks at home to someone who can do this professionally and feed people day after day after day.
On those plates now!
Time's up.
Will Johnny's pan-fried duck with roasted vegetables, mashed potato and a red currant gravy impress with its presentation as well as its flavour?
The sauce comes in and, like, whacks you in the mouth and really acidic, and then that caramelised onion just wipes it out and just makes it really, really beautiful. It makes you feel happy. It makes you want to eat the whole lot.
That's the plan.
Johnny, I'm going to say it, it's not the prettiest plate of food, but by God, it tastes good.
You have beautiful, creamy, salty mash carrying the whole thing along. Let you get into the soft richness of the duck. I tell you what, I would challenge many professionals to come in here and be faced with a mystery ingredients and come up with a dish like that.
Has James controlled his tendency to overcomplicate with seabream, a shellfish sauce, herb crushed potatoes and roasted vegetables?
That is rich, velvety bisque. Fish comes in, you pick up a little bit of dill on the potato. That is superb, James. You buy that food, you tip well, and you go home happy.
It sort of sings and dances. The flavours are individual. The capers, the fish, the beautiful rich bisque that goes with it. Mate, I tell you what, you don't get much better than that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
With her history of hits and misses, can Emily's beetroot vermicelli with scallops, bacon, carrots, chervil and a fennel puree please both judges?
When the bacon and the sweetness of the scallop comes in and you still pick up rich sweetness from the beetroot, that is lovely. That really works. Emily, I've never met a cook like you, and I've been working with chefs for over 20 years. Honestly, it's gobsmackingly outstanding.
The chervil in there is just stunning with the scallop and stunning with the beetroot. It's got sour notes, it's got sweet notes, it's got soft bits, it's got hard bits. It just, I don't know.
I'm fairly frightened to say anything because I cry. You are incredible.
I mean it.
Oh my goodness. Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. John, to come in here and not know what you're going to cook with and come up with plates of that calibre is nothing short of extraordinary. I mean it.
What they have done is displayed the skill, the talent, the learned cook that they have become.
James's was a professional plate of food. That was a plate of food you could serve in a restaurant. And I mean that. I mean that.
The sauce was velvety smooth and rich with Pernod. It was mind-blowing.
Johnny's cooking big, and he's cooking big flavours. It's hearty and he's true to himself. Personally, what he cooks is the way that I really love to eat. And what he's producing is highly saleable.
It's not necessarily trendy, it's not of the moment, it's just great food. Emily still makes me shake with such enjoyment, and she has done from the first time I saw her cook. She is incredible. Today, that dish was extraordinary.
There are fruit coulis running through her veins. I don't understand it. I've never seen anything like it.
The most exciting competition so far, and every year it just gets better and better.
I'm having problems. I can't judge between these three right now. I can't.
Now, our three finalists are off to France. 3-star Michelin restaurants, the highest accolade given by the culinary world. And our amateur cooks are going to work in those restaurants.
The Michelin star is the ultimate recognition of culinary excellence. Winning a star and then trying to keep it is one of the greatest challenges a chef can face. Head chef Sébastien Brasse and his legendary father Michel run Brasse in Léol, southwest France. They are famous for their exquisite, complex dishes that use the flowers and herbs picked from the surrounding hillsides.
These kind of opportunities are once in a lifetime, so I'm very nervous. I want to do well, I want to impress him, and I want to learn some things from him. So yeah, I'm really quite nervous.
Gastronomic giant Pierre Gagnère owns Pierre Gagnère in Paris and is celebrated for his unique and often shockingly creative style.
He is like the bomb in, cooking. And I just think it's absolutely the sort of direction that I want to go in, with like kind of fusing art and food. And that's what he does, and he's just absolutely fantastic. And he does everything that I would aspire to.
Michel Troisgros is the third generation of a dynamic cooking dynasty and the owner of Troisgros in Roanne, where perfect presentation has helped hold 3 Michelin stars for over 30 years.
I think perfection is the key. Perfection is why they have 3 Michelin stars. My dishes haven't always been perfect. In fact, they've probably never been perfect, and today they have to be perfect, so it's going to be very hard for me.
A Michelin judge can visit one of these restaurants at any time, so these chefs are taking a great risk allowing amateurs to cook in their kitchens. Today, these 3 finalists will need to achieve nothing less than perfection.
There are young chefs around the world who would give anything to work in these kitchens. Absolutely anything.
I really hope they get a lot from this experience. I really hope they don't mess up.
So, James, the restaurant is fully booked today. And for the lunch, you will be in charge for the grill and we'll be in charge to cook it for the service. The guests are coming from all around the world to taste it, so please be professional to prepare it.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Brass won its 3rd star in 1999 after relocating to this stunning and remote site in the Aubrac Hills. Diners now travel here from all over the world.
Tell me about this fish again.
We know that James loves to put himself under pressure. Brass is serious pressure. That will keep James on the hook. James, you want to make it tough? You're about to learn how tough it really can be. I hope that boy can cope with it.
During service, James will be cooking the restaurant's popular brill and patty pan squash with a delicate balance of local herbs and flowers.
In our kitchen, usually we always put the main ingredient of the dish, never on the center. Always put here. Curry, butter, a few pieces here, here, here. Yes. At the last moment, we put all the fresh herbs on the top and we send it.
OK, go. Allez. Bon, alors.
At Pierre Gagnère, Emily will be in charge of the complicated oysters with prawns, beetroot and burnt bread.
I explain to you.
Pierre Gagnère has held 3 Michelin stars at this restaurant since 1998. But throughout his career, his artistic combinations of unexpected tastes and textures have changed the face of cooking.
One young girl who likes experimenting, who likes artistic food, sent to the absolute master of inventive, creative and artistic food. I doubt she'll come back.
I just hope she will cope with that. The pressure that will be put on Emily today for absolute perfection will be the thing for me that challenges her the most.
I'm quite nervous about cooking this for lunch service because obviously this is 3 Michelin stars.
And you do that, OK?
Yes. Even though the presentation may look quite free and loose, it's not. It's the composition of the plate. You have to get it right.
This is good.
Oh, really?
Good test.
Oh, wow.
Test.
OK. I can't get it out. Wait, that's not you, right? I've never eaten the head before. It's very nice.
Bonjour, chef. Je m'appelle Johnny.
Over 200 miles away at Trois Gros, Johnny will be cooking cep saltimbocca, a delicate starter made with cep mushrooms and hand-cut paper-thin toast.
Can we start?
Yeah, you show me.
For Johnny today, the challenge won't be just about the cookery, it'll be about the presentation, about the beauty, because the standard of this 3-star Michelin restaurant is so high.
You know, you go carefully, slowly.
You've done this before?
No, never. First time.
Paper thin. This is food with finesse. I mean, that's why it's got 3 Michelin stars. Maybe if Emily was here to cut my bread, it would be easier for me.
It's lunchtime, and across France, service is about to begin.
La garniture pour les 2 pigeons, Damien.
This is 3 Michelin-starred dining, where a 3-course meal can cost more than £500. Expectations have never been higher than this.
I know the pressure that is involved in a 3-star Michelin restaurant, and it is just awesome. Frightening, extraordinary. These guys have got a lot to do.
I find it hard to believe all 3 of them are going to come out of this unscathed.
Deux qui passent, 2 cartes avec une gambas, une angoustine. Poursuivre 2 huîtres, poursuivre 2 agneaux. Oui.
At Pierre Gagnère in Paris, Emily's had her first order for her oysters with prawns, beetroot and burnt bread. Emily's inexperience means she often looks for help. Can she now prove she can make it on her own?
Which pots do I need to use for the prawns?
Go. The kitchen is for you. Let's go.
Okay, okay. What did I do first? Can't remember. How much?
I don't know. Oh, well, yes, yes. Up.
Oh, the jelly. It's in here. I forgot.
Go. Allez, on envoie. C'est parti. Allez, let's go. Go. See? Your plate. Hop.
Oh, where am I going?
Go. You happy?
Yeah, very happy.
You like?
Yes, merci, thank you.
Deux cochons, on passe un fromage à cabillaud. Allez, kitchen, go, vite.
Okay.
Quick.
Table 2, 2 à 160. Oui. Ok, on y va. Un barbu. James, c'est parti. Un barbu.
300 miles away at Brass, James has 12 orders for his brill with patty pan squash served with herbs and flowers.
Be careful, always be careful to the color of the fish. It has to be no brown, no white, just medium color.
It's so hard to know when it's done. It's hard work.
James, come on with me. Come on, James. The cook of the fish is quite good. Continue like that, please.
Sebastien's complex designs means that when placing the food, every centimetre counts.
No good. Here, we change plate. Okay, don't move it. When you put it on the plate, you don't move it. Okay? Okay, James. Flour on the top. Yes. Emulsion. Emulsion olive. Oui. Okay, perfect. On y va, 4 barbus. Okay, great. We send it.
It's good, it's very fast-paced, and these guys, they just... The speed that they do everything, the speed they turn a sauce over, the speed they turn a piece of fish over, they can do 6 pieces of fish in the time it takes me to turn 1 piece of fish over, and check it, and it's back in the pan, and they know, but they're just moving so fast.
Okay, 3 more, we go, now.
Allez, 4 ceps, les premiers ceps sont réclamés. Florence, s'il te plaît. Johnny, you come here, making the first cep.
At Trois Gros, Johnny's first order is in for the delicate cep starter. Can he prove he has the skill to master this fragile dish?
You take care of it now. I expect from Johnny to be excellent because the guests here, they want refinement. So I expect a lot.
This is a wee bit terrifying. It's getting wafer thin slices of bread I wouldn't do. I don't know how to do it. A little bit too thick at the bottom.
You start again. Yeah.
With the clock ticking, Johnny needs speed as well as skill.
It's coming.
Voila.
You know, Johnny, we have to be quicker.
Yeah, I've got 6 in order here trying at the same time, so it's just quite a delicate operation.
In the middle. Okay, good.
Messy. Très bon.
You're good.
With service over, it's time for James Emily and Johnny to face the most demanding test of all. They each have to cook the signature dish that made the restaurant famous and serve it to the legendary chef who created it.
Let's not forget, only weeks ago, they're in their own home kitchens. Now, what are they doing? I just hope they hold their nerve. I just hope they're able to do it.
It's a hell of an honour to be doing this, to be honest.
To cook the chef's signature dish and impress him, it really would give me that extra gear that I think I need to win this competition.
This is definitely a grand dessert. So I'm hoping that it comes to a standard.
Voila. Chef, bon appétit.
Ah, Johnny, merci. Thank you, Johnny.
Johnny's had to make Chef Trois Gros salmon steamed in sorrel with a shallot and Vinsanto dressing and a curdled milk sauce.
Did you make it by your own?
Yeah, totally by myself, yeah.
It's amazing. Maybe needs a little bit more salt on the salmon, but for the first one, it's nice. Yeah, you see.
Thank you very much, Chef. Thank you.
I must say that he is amazing. He has a good taste. So if he has a good taste, he could be a good cook.
The adrenaline's pumping. I'm so pleased with myself that I completed today. I've cleared a big hurdle. I have one more to go. If I clear that at the speed that I'm going at, I can win the race. This is it now.
James has attempted to cook Brass's legendary dish, gario, constructed from 40 different vegetables, flowers and herbs.
Du gargouillot globalement. En termes artistiques, c'était bien, la présentation était belle. So James, we are really impressed by the quality of the gargouillot. Globally, the gargouillot is quite perfect. Congratulations, James.
Thank you. Merci.
Non, mais qu'il a choisi, c'est le plus beau métier du monde qu'il a choisi.
Michel says that you have done the good choice because being a chef is the best job in the world.
I agree completely. That's very kind of you, thank you.
I think James is going to be a great chef in the future. Yeah, I'm sure of that.
I think this has just been a day to remember for the rest of my life. It's that intense an experience. You can't explain what it's like to be in a kitchen like that. It's just unbelievable.
Emily's challenge is cooking Pierre Gagne's famous trio of desserts: an egg yolk cake with cherries, a pistachio and chocolate souffle, and a blackberry chocolate jelly.
Perfect.
I kind of had to pinch myself. I've just served, him his own food, and he liked it. That's fantastic.
It really could be a professional, yes, absolutely. I think she had a good chance to win.
In the final cook-off, I'm going to try my absolute hardest to maybe reach like a tenth of the quality of the food that I've seen today. That would be absolutely fantastic.
A little while ago, would we have believed that these three were capable of what they've just achieved? I mean, that is extraordinary what they've just done.
can't blame our three for being on an absolute high. But they're travelling back to London, and tomorrow they are back in our MasterChef kitchen for the last time.
We can only have one winner. We can only have one MasterChef. Who will be our champion? MasterChef, the grand final. This is where it all really counts, because everything they have learned so far culminates in today.
I've come so far and I've put so much into it. Today is all about just really exploding with talent. I really want to show how good a chef I am, and I'm gonna do my utmost to walk away with that title.
The title is like so close right now. There's a lot at stake here. You've got to step up your game. I've realised that, you know, I've got to take a chance and it's got to be all or nothing. So I'm just going to go all out today.
They've put so much into it. They have been to hell and back for this competition, and they want that title.
This is the most nervous I've felt through the whole competition. I'm now in the final cook-off. There is no more after today. Today is so vital to get right, and if I do, there's a very strong chance I can win the competition.
All three of you came in this kitchen for the very first time wanting to change your lives, and right now you have that opportunity.
Watching you develop into the cooks you now are has been a joy.
Everything you have done so far, every single lesson you've had, every single part of this competition now is about the 3 courses you are about to cook for Greg and I. 2 hours. Good luck. Let's cook. You came in here weeks ago and said, you know, I've got a job, I worked really hard at it, I studied all my life for it, but actually all I've ever wanted to do was cook.
Yeah.
And here you are now, cooking.
Yeah, it's just the best job in the world, isn't it?
What are we going to get?
The starter is smoked mozzarella ravioli, and then tea-infused venison with roast potatoes, and then pudding is chocolate roulade.
James, just before we leave you, remind us of that great dream you have.
I want a lovely restaurant by the sea with the bounty of the sea at my fingertips, just producing great quality plates of food.
Will you be cooking in that kitchen?
I will, absolutely, as long as I can.
Ravioli and mozzarella with tomato sauce. It sounds ordinary. But we know a great chef can make that come alive and sing in your mouth. 30 minutes gone.
I'm just doing what I've always done and just doing the food that I love to create and cook. I think that food has to be something you love to do, and I think it's definitely very individual in its sort of expression of it's self-expression. So dessert actually is inspired by camping.
Go on, tell me.
I'm doing a chocolate and smoked paprika sorbet with toasted marshmallows and passion fruit syrup. You've got a chocolate sorbet, so it's going to be cold in your mouth, but then the heat of the smoked paprika kind of comes through afterwards, and it's kind of like hot and cold at once. And that's kind of like, you know, the sensation of like the fire with the smokiness and the heat.
I don't know whether that's exciting, I don't know whether that's terrifying. All I do know is you have no idea what is going to turn up on that kitchen table, and neither do I. Let's hope Emily does.
It's so challenging on my mind and my palate. As a professional, I've always thought myself good enough to be able to listen to a dish and picture it in my head. As I've learnt with Emily, I can't do that.
"45 minutes left.
Johnny, the grand finale of MasterChef.
Yeah.
So, your 3 courses, mistake-free, are?
I'm going to do a risotto with chanterelles and a rocket pesto. For the main course, I'm going to do sea bass and fondant potato and fennel and vanilla sauce. For dessert, I'm doing a chocolate fondant with a orangey ice cream.
As we've gone through this competition, the road to the MasterChef Championship is littered with the dead bodies of failed chocolate fondants. Is this the right place to be doing a chocolate fondant, Johnny?
That was a bit of my decision to do it because I've seen so many failures before. It's a balls of steel moment.
I'm concerned the complexity of combining the flavours of sea bass, butter, vanilla and parsnip. Then, talk about being risky, we go for the chocolate fondant.
I'm sorry, that's madness. It's madness. Two minutes. That is all you have. Down your tools, guys. Your time is up.
Johnny must prove that he's learned how to make his hearty brasserie style elegant as well as tasty. His first course is chanterelle risotto with a rocket pesto.
It looks great.
Stage 1 complete.
Right. The mushrooms are soft and woody. The rocket pesto, I think, is full of flavour and really good. But the one thing you failed to tell us was there's truffle oil in there. Isn't there?
There's a little splash, yeah.
Oh, a splash? It's fantastic. I like the explosion you get with the truffle oil. I like the woodiness of the mushrooms. I like the soft creaminess of the rice. I like the sharpness of the pesto coming in. Johnny, I like it.
Johnny's main is pan-fried sea bass on fondant potato, spinach and parsnip puree with fennel and vanilla cream.
I like that a lot. I like that a real lot because I didn't actually expect to like the vanilla because the vanilla really hit my palate first off. But the potato is actually soft and quite buttery, and the fish is oily enough and strong enough to carry it. Johnny, I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased. The sea bass is soft and it's meaty, but a shot of vanilla in the vanilla sauce, first of all, is not for me.
For pudding, Johnny's taken a risk with a chocolate fondant and orange ice cream.
The inside should be soft. Cool. We have got a soft centre. Congratulations. The concentration of orange, sugar and vanilla in that ice cream is a joy. It's great.
Thank you.
Right. That, I think, is an example of how good a pudding can be.
Cheers, thank you.
I mean, women fall in love with men who make puddings like that, Johnny. Oh, yeah.
The comments today were fantastic. It's the best feedback I've had. Hopefully it's enough to crown me the champion.
When it really counts, can James show that he's beaten his tendency to put pressure on himself and overcomplicate his dishes? For his starter, he's made smoked mozzarella ravioli with tomato and basil cream.
That pasta is as light as a feather. It's fruity, yet deep, rich tomato with tinny basil coming in and out and finishing on smoke. That's rather lovely. That is rather lovely.
Thanks, Greg.
Tastes like an angel just kissed my tongue. The pasta is soft It's got lots of filling in it, enough filling that it's not fighting with the rest of the sauce. It is very, very, very tasty and very, very, very clever.
Thank you.
I reckon that rocks.
Absolutely.
James's main is tea-infused roast venison with red cabbage, ribboned vegetables and roast potatoes with a jus.
I like your rich, almost sweet sauce. I like the little bit of orange I get from that perfectly cooked venison. I like the flavours.
The meat is cooked beautifully, it's soft, it's got the outside texture, the sauce is sweet. That is very good. Very, very good indeed.
For pudding, James has made a chocolate roulade and chocolate sauce with orange and Grand Marnier.
Your pudding is as light as a feather. The cream is really soft. The chocolate pudding is as near a perfect chocolate pudding as I have ever sunk my old lips into.
Because it is so light, it is so delicate, it is so well made, it looks so great, I will probably be very, very happy to eat the rest of that dish. I reckon it's pretty good.
I have no idea how I've done compared to the other two, but I'm so proud that I've done my best, and that's all I wanted.
Will Emily prove she has finally mastered her experimental style by creating 3 crowd-pleasing dishes? Her starter is beetroot tagliatelle and smoked salmon with horseradish and mint cream.
There are so many things going on that are unusual in my mouth. What I do is stand back at it all and go, wow. Your tagliatelle is actually fine strips of beetroot jelly. Just incredible.
The salmon, the apple, the cream sauce, a little bit of mint, works really, really well. You're a young, incredible person who has an imagination which I think many people would just be in awe of.
For main, Emily's made rabbit and langoustine mousseline with a carrot, ginger and lemongrass puree and pear with water chestnuts.
Pear into langoustine, into ginger, into rabbit. It just seems so foreign.
I think the rabbit is great. I think the carrot is well seasoned and well done. I think the ribbons are well done. The herbs are fantastic. The pear on there, I don't find offensive at all. I think it is seriously exciting.
Emily's pudding is her campfire-inspired chocolate and smoked paprika sorbet with passion fruit, toasted marshmallows and truffle dust.
Because it's a sorbet, it's still coming. Because it's a sorbet, the first thing it does is just numb your mouth, it chills it. And when it starts to melt, you get cocoa chocolate, and then you get smoky paprika at the end. I don't want to eat chocolate and pepper.
Okay.
Your chocolate sorbet is absolutely delicious. And I think the idea of making your own marshmallow and toasting it is fantastic. I even like the truffle with the almonds that are on there, which have been toasted away, and you sort of get that little bit of grain left in your mouth, like the ash when you're sitting around a campfire. It is so luscious, so well made, so well thought out. There's no denying you present some of the most visually exciting, extraordinary food that has ever been seen on MasterChef and probably in this country for a very, very long time. And I mean that.
I can't comprehend that they've never seen anyone like me and they don't think they'll ever see anyone like me again. I think that's the biggest compliment I think anybody's ever paid me in my life.
As far as MasterChef finals go, you really can't hope for much more, can you? Year on year, they get better. Year on year, they bring us joy. And year on year, they make it really tough for us to sit here and crown one of them champion.
They are stunningly, stunningly brilliant. That's probably some of the best food I've tasted. These guys are chefs, John. Emily is an incredible cook. She has an amazing inventive mind. I don't think I've ever seen anybody like her. I'm pretty sure I'll never see anybody like her again.
She enthralls me. She's extraordinary. Her food was just stunning.
I think the jelly and the salmon and the cream with the horseradish was visually incredible.
Emily's main course, I love the idea of the rabbit and the carrot and the pear and the water chestnut.
I didn't get it. I don't know why you'd put langoustine with rabbit.
As for Emily's dessert, I thought it was inspiring. Delicious, rich chocolate with passion fruit and marshmallow. Absolutely fantastic. And it gave you this heat at the back of your throat, which many people would be uncomfortable with, but the chocolate sorbet to me was absolutely brilliant.
We also have James. Now, he made ravioli as light as a feather, and he had smoky mozzarella cheese in the middle of it. That was a delightful dish.
Glorious.
We then move on to perfectly cooked venison.
The orange around the venison, zing in your mouth right at the last minute. The tea that went through the venison, amazing. The chocolate dessert, for me, was enough to make my mouth just come alive. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm just touched by Johnny, I really am. The guy has come such a long way. That risotto today, stacked full of mushrooms, I thought was great. And the flash of the green rocket pesto on it, I thought, Johnny, this is really, really good food. Moving on to Johnny's sea bass.
I found the whole thing quite exciting, really interesting, very complex.
The flesh of the fish was soft, full of flavour, absolutely perfect. Why he stuck a vanilla sauce on it, I don't know.
Johnny took a real big risk today, and he delivered a great chocolate fondant. Wonderful, delicious, fantastic ice cream. Absolutely fantastic.
I would have happily dived into it, wallowed about a bit.
What is really difficult for us today is we have 3 brilliant finalists. 3 incredible people who really cook so very well. But it is going to come down to the person that makes you think to yourself, yes, you do love it, and yes, you can make it as a professional.
It's very rare you'll find an amateur cook who has as much knowledge and as much technical skill as James.
From the first day I saw James, I said he belonged in the kitchen. The guy's food is technically brilliant.
He's always had the box of tricks, but he hasn't always understood how to use them.
Emily is absolutely awe-inspiring. Her food is so inspirational that it sometimes frightens me.
Her mind is so artistic and so creative, you can't help but be wowed by it. But she is going to divide people, John. It is creatively brilliant, but not everybody's going to love it.
Johnny has always done his best when he really, truly believes in what he cooks. Great, robust, egalitarian food can be special.
When he hits it absolutely right, it comes out brilliantly well. But is it consistently good enough all the time?
I am just blown away by the journey that our 3 finalists have been on. Whoever takes the title today can easily walk into a commercial kitchen and hold their own.
All right, John, we have 3 great cooks. We know that. 3 very different styles.
I'm nervous. Look. This is unbelievable.
Today was the first day of the rest of my life, and that's important. It is very important that I win this today because the kids expect so much of me, and I want to show them how good I am. And just when Sophie says, "Dad, I hope you win today," it's just it's hard to think I'm nearly there, but maybe not. I don't know.
I'm feeling all this emotion, and it's kind of like a release of all the emotion I've had growing up inside me all through, the journey. And I'm just completely moved that I've had such an impact on those 2 guys.
There's so much
Yeah, crazy emotions going on. And a lot of it is excitement because we've come down such a long road and such intense competition. I'm just feeling so nervous and so trembly.
I find it right now very difficult to say anything else about these guys. We've tasted, we've watched, we've loved, we've been emotional, but we have to make the decision. And Greg, I think I know who I want.
I feel I know who deserves this title. It was going to take more than a good cook to win MasterChef this time. It was going to have to be somebody truly great to pick from you three.
And our winner our MasterChef champion is James. Well done, lad. Congratulations. Well done. Really pretty. It could have went either way between Emily, James and myself today. Went James's way and I'm pleased for him. I'm disappointed I didn't win, but such is life.
All the experiences we've had, it's just confirmed for me how much I love doing this and how much I love cooking and I love food. They've just made me grow so much as a person and as a chef. And, you know, sky's the limit.
I can't believe it. That is the best thing that's ever happened to me. I mean, it just is. I've never won a trophy in my life. Is that for me? I've never won a trophy. That's the best thing I've ever got.
I'm pretty sure that guy's not only going to become a professional chef, but he's going to become a celebrated professional chef.
We always say a great master makes complicated things look effortless. Well, I tell you what, James is doing that right now.
He's got it. Perfectly got it, and it's just going to get better and better and better.
I'm so thrilled. It just means so much because just everything that I want can come true. I mean, it is just dream-inspiring stuff, and that's just great.